Good evening and welcome to Downtown Yoga. I'm Ashley from Tallahassee, Florida Blue Team. We miss seeing you, but we wanted to let you know that our team is still here for you and the health of you and our community remains our top priority. Our team is still here for you. Give us a call if you have questions about COVID-19, you want to talk to a nurse, you want to speak to our customer service team, or if you need help with the product and you don't have health insurance or you're not sure what you have is best for you during this time, we would love to help you. We're just a phone call away. Thank you for helping us accomplish our mission of keeping people and our community achieving better health.
Welcome to Downtown Yoga. My name is Addie, and today I'll be guiding you through a gentle yoga flow. Today we're going to start our practice in a child's pose. So moving your way through a tabletop to find your way to a seat on your knees, hips to heels. Extending your arms forward towards the top of the mat and resting your head all the way down. Soften your shoulders, soften your elbows, and start to breathe in this shape. Starting to rock your head from side to side. We'll take one more breath here. And then we'll start to lift up out of child's pose to make our way to tabletop hands and knees. Once you get there, stack your shoulders over your wrists and spread your fingers out as wide as you can. Use your next inhale to lift your chin. And on your exhale, round your spine, push your hands into the mat, and tuck your chin to your chest. Again, on your inhale, drop your belly, lift your chin, lift your tail. And exhale, round your spine, push the mat away. One more. Inhale. And exhale. From here, take your hands and walk them forward one palm print to the top of the mat. On your inhale, shift your shoulders forward, send your hips towards the top of the mat, and exhale, sit your hips back to your heels for child's pose. We'll move with breath. Inhale, lift up, shoulders forward, hips forward. Exhale, child's pose. Feel free to keep the back bend really small. Feel free to keep the movement small. Try a couple more. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale, child's pose. The next time you land in child's pose, lift up your head, lift up your fingers, and walk them over towards the right side of the mat. Take a breath, and on your exhale, walk your fingers back towards the center and over towards the left side of your mat. Inhale here, and exhale back to the center. Resting back in your child's pose for one more breath. And then we'll start to make our way out. Finding a downward facing dog, curl your toes under, send your hips up and back towards the back of the mat. Pause here for a couple of breaths to check in with this shape. See if your shoulders can be away from your ears, knees are soft, breath is moving, head hangs heavy. Starting to pedal out your feet, one and then the other, stretching the calves and the ankles. On your next inhale, shift it forward to a high plank top of a push-up. Exhale, drop the knees, uncurl the toes. Inhale at the top of your push-up and exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Do a series of back bends. Inhale, roll your chest up and float your hands off the mat. Exhale, set it all back down. Again, inhale, lift your chest and lift your hands. Floating cobra. Exhale, come back down. Last one, inhale, lift your chest and your hands. And exhale, bring it back down. On your next inhale, roll your chest up. You can use your hands, high cobra. Exhale down. Inhale, lift your chest. And exhale right back down. Last one, soften your shoulders away from your ears as you lift on your inhale. And exhale back down. Pressing into your hands, coming through that tabletop shape. Back into downward dog, toes under, hips to the sky. Pedaling the feet and finding your breath. Let's take 2 more. From here, we'll lower the knees back down to the mat. Keep your toes curled under. And we'll find a toe squat. You can keep your hands on the mat to gauge your pressure, or you can start to lift up and stack your shoulders up over your hips. Breathing here in your toe squat, there are some things that you might play around with, which is a toe stand. That's bringing your fingers down to the mat and seeing if you can lift up your knees. From here, there's a lot of balance in play. See if you can firm up your belly, squeeze your inner thighs together, and maybe rest your hands on your thighs. Think about shoulders over hips, knees parallel with the floor. Take one more breath. Then we'll bring the fingers back down to the mat. Walk your way into table, uncurl your toes, give them a tap. And then we'll make our way back into downward facing dog. From here, look between your hands, bend your knees, and we'll take a walk to the top of the mat. On your inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. We'll take a ragdoll shape. Knees stay bent, head and neck hang heavy. And you're welcome to stay here, just relaxing your arms and your upper body. If you want to add in a shoulder stretch, you can interlace your fingers back behind your low spine, and then slowly let the arms drift overhead. This is optional. We'll only take a couple more breaths here. If your hands are bound, start to release that bind, bringing the hands down to your low back and then letting the arms go. We'll make our way up to a stand. Keep the knees bent, round the spine. We'll come all the way up. Stretch your arms up overhead as you inhale. Then exhale, palms float down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, arms float down. Again, inhale, reach and stretch. And exhale, relax. Standing up tall in your mountain pose, we will keep moving. Strong in the belly, strong in the legs. On your next inhale, sweep both of your arms all the way up overhead. And exhale, hinge at the hips to forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back, high plank, top of a push-up. Lowering down when you're ready, and just one back bend with your inhale. Lift your chest for that cobra. And exhale, we'll make a safe transition to downward facing dog. From downward dog, we will start to travel forward towards the top of the mat once again. Look between the hands, bend the knees, step, walk, or take a giant hop. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And exhale, palms float down. Again, inhale, reach and stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank pose, and lowering down onto the belly with time. Inhale, lift your chest for cobra. Exhale, transitioning to downward dog. Pick up your right leg and fly it long for a three-legged dog. Keeping your chest squared at the top of the mat, we'll bend at the knee and roll the hip open. Circle out your ankle, flex and point your foot. Inhale, kick your leg out long, square off your hips. And exhale, squeeze the knee into the chest. Inhale, kick it back out. Exhale, knee into chest. Inhale, kick it out. Exhale, knee into chest, and then we'll step it forward for a low lunge. Drop your left knee, uncurl your left toes. Tint your fingers and lift your collarbones up towards the sky. Breathe. And transitioning into half split, send your hips back and flex your right set of toes up towards the sky. We'll find that dynamic movement a few more times. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Bring it back to your low lunge. And then we'll twist. Left hand stays down, right arm pulls up towards the sky. You're welcome to stay here if you want to add in a little bit more balance. Curl your left toes under, lift your left knee up. Take your right thumb and flip it away from you. Bend at the right elbow and bring the back of your hand to your low back. Open up the chest for a nice breath in. And a nice breath out. We'll let it go. We're stepping it back to tabletop. From your tabletop, try those movements forward and back that we did in cat and cow. The next place that we'll all meet together is downward facing dog. Look between your hands, bend your knees, step walk, or take a giant hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, float your arms down. Again, inhale, sweep your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, plank pose. Use your next exhale to lower down. And then inhale, lift your chest. And exhale, we'll meet back in downward facing dog to find our three-legged dog on the left side. Once you get steady, pick up your left leg and fly it long. And you're welcome to stay here or bend at the knee and roll the hip open. You might circle out your ankle, flex and point the foot. On your next inhale, we'll kick that leg back out long, three-legged dog. Exhale, hug the knee into the chest. Inhale, kick it out. Exhale, knee into chest. Inhale, kick it out. Exhale, knee into chest, and then we'll step it forward for our low lunge. Make sure that your left knee stacks right over your left ankle here. And then again, we'll kind of lift the chin up, feeling a nice stretch in the right leg. Making that transition to half split when you feel ready, sending the hips back and straightening your left leg, and then moving with breath from there. Inhale, low lunge, and exhale, half split. Try it a few times with your breath. Let's come back forward to our low lunge and take a twist. Right hand stays down, left arm pulls up towards the sky. Again, you can stay here or curl your right toes under and lift the right knee so that you are balancing. If you want to take that bonus shoulder stretch, flip your thumb to face away from you, bend at the elbow, and bring the back of your left hand to your low back. Roll the chest open, take one more breath. Then we'll start to unwind, step it back to your tabletop. And again, try that shift forward and back between high cobra and child's pose. The next time you find child's pose, settle in for a few breaths. Start to make your way back into downward facing dog. Look between your hands, bend your knees, step, walk, or hop. Half lift on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, arms float down. Bring your hands to your hips and take a big wide step out with your left foot. Bring all 10 toes to face the wide side of the mat. Tuck your chin to your chest, feel some length in the back of your neck, and then start to rock your head from side to side gently. On your next inhale, lift your chest, and on your exhale, forward fold. We'll pause here for a few rounds of breath. Make sure that your legs are strong so that your upper body can relax and fold. From here, we'll find a more lifted place with our upper body, and we'll take a twist. Left hand down, right arm up. You can stay here or walk your left hand closer over towards your right foot. Maybe you free up your left hand, grab onto your right ankle, and pull. Take a nice breath in. And exhale, we'll come back to the center. Twist the other way. Think about it. You can stay here or take your right hand and walk it closer over towards your left foot. And you can stay here or grab the ankle. We'll take one more breath. Coming back to the center, we'll spend some more time here in our forward fold. You can stay exactly as you are or play around with jumping in and out of our toe stand. So softly bend your knees, take a nice breath in, and on your exhale, hop your feet together and sit down. You can try that a couple more times. On your next inhale, press into your hands and take your feet out wide. Strong legs. then maybe hopping them back together. You might decide to take an extra balance in your toe stand again. So if you hop the feet together and sit down, some things that you might play around with are walking the hands over towards one side of the legs, taking a breath for a twist, and then walking the hands over towards the other side, same thing, twist and balance. Bringing it back to the center, maybe trying that balance, resting your hands on your thighs, shoulders over hips. Breathe. Making your way back to your standing forward fold if you're not there already, and we'll come all the way up to step up to our mountain pose. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. This time we'll exhale, lower all the way down onto the belly. Make a forearm pillow at the top of your mat, rest your head, and then we'll bend the knees and circle out the ankles. Start to drop your feet from side to side, finding a little release for the low back. From here, we'll find some more cobra postures with our breath. On your inhale, lift up your chest, and exhale, soften it back down. Try that one more time. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, soften down. We'll make a safe transition back to downward facing dog. Look between the hands, bend the knees, step walk, or take a hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, press the palms together and float them down. Transfer your weight over to your left foot and bend your right knee. Guide your right knee out to the right for a tree posture. You can keep your toes on the mat. You can bring your arch of your foot to your ankle or to your calf. You can also bring the leg all the way up to the inner thigh. Just make sure it's not resting on your knee joint. We'll pause here for a couple rounds of breath. Find a gazing point, fix your focus, and start to unhook your tree leg. Guide it back behind you for an airplane pose, and then we'll bring the hands down to the mat. Walk your hands back and set your right set of toes down, and take the left arm up to the sky, back to our twist. This time we'll move with breath. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, float the fingers down to the mat. Inhale, open. Exhale, fingers down to the mat. And then we'll start to transition back to plank. Inhale at the top, exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, downward dog. And then traveling forward to do the other side. Look between the hands, bend the knees, step, walk, or take a hop. Half lift on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, palms float down. Transfer your weight over to your right foot. Find your tree posture on the other side. Bend the left knee, guide the left knee out to the left. Foot to ankle, foot to calf, foot all the way up to the inner thigh. Wherever you can balance and breathe, that is challenging but comfortable for you today. From here, we'll make that transition out of tree through airplane. Kick that leg. Use your breath. And then bending your right knee, bringing the hands down towards the floor, walking the hands back, and setting your left set of toes back behind you. Keep the left hand down, pull the right arm up, twist. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap the floor. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, tap. Inhale, open. Exhale, plank pose. And lower down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, downward dog. And then we're coming through to a seat. Once you find your seat, slide your legs out long, giving the legs a little bit of a shake to reset. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. On your next inhale, stretch and reach your arms all the way up. And on your exhale, relax your arms by your sides. From here, we'll take the right leg and fold it back behind us. Roll the calf out of the way to make some space. And then we're going to guide the hands back. Looking for a quad stretch on the right side, so that is that big meaty muscle in the front part of your right leg. You can stay upright or you can guide the hands back. Make sure that leg feels okay, that knee feels okay. Eventually you could lay all the way down here, but that's a lot, so just check in. A couple more breaths for this internally rotated right leg, right hip. We'll start to lift the chest back up and we'll unwind that leg, coming back to a neutral place. Give the legs a shake. And before we do the other side, we're finding a half butterfly. Left sole of the foot up against your right inner thigh. Flex your right toes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, twist. Right hand to your left thigh, left arm up and over. We'll take one more solid breath, and then we'll start to unwind from this shape. Use an inhale to reach both arms up overhead, and exhale, arms relax down. We'll stretch the legs out long, give them a shake, and then we'll start to move into our quad stretch on the other side. Guide your left leg back behind you, roll the calf out of the way to make some space, and then decide if you want to stay upright or take that little lean backwards, just to help you find a bit of a deeper place on that left side. We'll start to make our way out of this shape. So lifting up your chest, pressing up onto your hands, unwind your left leg, give the legs a shake, and then we'll move into our half butterfly on the other side. Right sole of the foot up against your left inner thigh. Inhale, stretch and reach. Exhale, forward fold. On your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, twist. Left hand to your right thigh. Right arm stretches up and over for a side body stretch on that right side. Take 2 breaths. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead as you unwind, and exhale, we'll make our way out of this shape. Dance out the legs, and then we'll lay all the way down for a full body stretch. Once you get there, take up some space as you reach your arms up overhead. We'll start to reach through the fingers, reach through the toes. Take a nice breath in, and exhale, squeeze both of your knees into your chest. Pause here for a couple of breaths. You might take a little rock from side to side or anything that feels good while you're in this posture. Bring your feet down to the mat. We'll make our way into some windshield wipers, dropping the knees from side to side. The next posture that we will all make together is a reclined butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. And feel free to switch this out for a happy baby or anything else that will complete your practice for today. Resting and breathing here, stretching the inner thighs, softening the shoulders, and tuning into the inner body. You're welcome to stay in butterfly for your Shavasana or use the help of the hands to fold the knees together and slide the legs out long. We'll find our place of rest, nothing to do, nowhere to go, and I'll let you know when it's time to come up. We'll start to gently rock the head from side to side, finding some small movement to come back into this space. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, maybe circle out your wrists and your ankles. And then we'll go for another one of those full body stretches. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a nice breath in as you stretch through the fingers and toes. And exhale, side out, let it go. Hug your knees back into your chest. Thank your body. Honor your body. Everything that it does, keeping us safe and healthy and well. And if you'd like to roll to one side, take a bonus breath before you come up. We'll start to make our way up to an easy seated shape. Once you find a comfortable place to sit, press your palms together, a gesture of gratitude. Let's take a nice breath in and exhale to let the breath go. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. Go in peace. Namaste.